Dragon Ball Z Budokai HD Collection is an HD remaster of the games Budokai 1 and 3. Budokai 2 got done dirty in my opinion, but that's a talk for later. While most collections have a platinum for each game, Budokai HD Collection only has one platinum between both games. So for the first time, I'll actually be covering two games instead of the usual one. I'll start with Budokai 1 since it's the first game and there's less trophies for it. I'll jump straight into story mode and start that. It starts at the beginning of Z when Raditz kidnaps Gohan and we have to team up with Piccolo to stop him. I beat Raditz, but then have to deal with the most impossible minigame for kids. I've heard so many people say it took them forever to beat this. Admittingly, I did actually fail once before doing it. After watching this cutscene of Raditz and Goku getting blasted, I get the first trophy for beating Raditz. We skip over anything with Piccolo and Gohan and go straight into the fight against Nappa. I beat Nappa, then Vegeta, and the whole Grade 8 Vegeta begins and ends in the same cutscene. I have one more fight against Vegeta as Gohan, and that's the end of the Sand Saga for now. The Frieza Saga begins with some training exercises in Goku's ship as he travels to Namek. They're all against a Vegeta hologram. There's 3 exercises consisting of deflecting Ki Blasts, activating Burst Mode, and defeating the Vegeta hologram. When I finish the last one, I get a trophy for completing them all. On Namek, the Ginyu Force is causing issues, so I need to take them down. I beat Vacuum first, then Ginyu, before he switches bodies with me, and now I have to beat him in Ginyu's body with less health. After I beat Ginyu again and get my body back, I get a trophy for beating the Ginyu Force. We skip over all fights against Frieza until Goku comes back for his turn. I have to beat Frieza as base Goku, then again after Goku turns Super Saiyan. After I beat Frieza here, I get a trophy for completing this chapter. I have one more fight against Full Power Frieza where I again start with less health. I beat him on my second try, and that's the end of the Frieza Saga for now. The Cell Saga starts with Trunks taking out Frieza and King Cold, then warning us about the androids coming in 3 years. He also tells Goku that he'll suffer from a heart virus in the future. A 3-year time skip happens, and we see the invasion of androids 19 and 20. The first fight is against Android 19, but Goku isn't feeling himself. He's suffering from the heart virus and losing health throughout the fight. After this fight, I unlock the viral heart disease skill, which will help a lot later on, and unlock a trophy for completing this chapter. Vegeta is now a Super Saiyan and beats Android 19, but gets humbled by Android 18. Cell shows up and is enough of a threat to make Piccolo and Kami fuse. Goku is out of commission, so I'll be playing as Piccolo for a bit. His first fight is against First Form Cell, who I beat easily. I also get a trophy when I beat him for completing this chapter. My next fight is against Android 17, who I also have no issues with. Cell absorbs Android 17 and 18 to become perfect, and hosts a tournament in 10 days for the fate of the planet. Goku is up first, and after I beat Cell, Goku switches out for Gohan. I struggled in this fight. Perfect Cell is clearly stronger than Super Saiyan Gohan. I ended up spamming my high-speed hammer skill to win. It clearly helped because I didn't lose a single health bar. Cell crushes Android 16, causing Gohan to explode into Super Saiyan 2. He sends 7 Cell Juniors after me, which I have to beat in waves. They're fairly weak and only have 1 health bar apiece, so I mow them down easily. I fight Cell again and struggle a bit. I beat him after a few tries and get the trophy for completing this chapter. Cell realizes he can't win, and instead decides to blow himself up with the Earth. Goku sacrifices himself to stop him, but Cell regenerates, and now I have one final fight against him. Because it's the last fight, you can assume it to be tough, and expect that I'm probably going to lose a lot, but I actually beat him first try. Granted, it was close, maybe a little too close, but a win's a win. Gohan finishes off Cell with the father-son Kamehameha, and this is the end of the main story mode for Budokai 1. There are a few other side chapters to do before it's fully complete. Mainly battles from other characters' perspectives, with some what-ifs sprinkled in there. The first one is Piccolo against Raditz. I beat him, then find myself in another minigame like the one I had to do with Goku. This one, I have to spin my joystick fast to charge the special beam cannon. I underestimated how fast I had to spin because I was nowhere close at first. After watching Raditz get blasted again, I get a trophy for completing this chapter. Like before when I had to beat 7 Cell Juniors back to back, I have to do that again, but now against 6 Cybermen. They're easy, but the actual challenge is the fight after against Nappa. I start with less health, and Nappa is just a powerhouse. I barely beat him and get a trophy for completing this chapter. The last chapter for the Sand Saga is from Vegeta's perspective, but there's a twist. I don't gain back health in between fights. I have to beat Goku, Krillin, and Gohan on essentially a single life. Gohan almost took me down, but I managed to get by. Finishing these fights gets me the trophy for completing all Sand Saga chapters. We're sticking with Vegeta going into the Frieza Saga side chapters. The first fight is against Zarbon, who I unlock after beating, then another fight against Vacuum, and after I beat him, I unlock Dodoria and get a trophy for unlocking both Zarbon and Dodoria as playable characters. Still using Vegeta, I have to fight Frieza twice, once in his first form and again in his final form. Vegeta is now down for the count, and we switch to Frieza for the rest of this saga. I have to fight Gohan and Piccolo in my first form, then Vegeta in my final form. Goku shows up, and instead of fighting him first, he immediately goes Super Saiyan. This is the last fight of the saga, and it's surprisingly easy. I beat Goku and get a trophy for completing all Frieza Saga chapters. In the Cell Saga, we play through what we missed out on before. After beating Android 19, I unlock him, and unlock Android 18 after beating her. Vegeta goes into the hyperbolic time chamber and comes out with a new transformation, Super Vegeta. And I gotta say, it looks goofy as hell in this game. I fight Cell's second form first, then let him absorb Android 18 to fight him again in his perfect form. I beat him again and unlock Trunks. The rest of the saga is played from Cell's perspective, with the first fight being against Android 16. After I beat him, I unlock him and get a trophy for unlocking Android 16, 18, and 19 as playable characters. Krillin is blocking me from getting to Android 18, so I have to beat him first. I beat him, so now I can absorb Android 18. Until Krillin gets in the way, and I absorb him instead. Tien and Yamcha want revenge for what I did to Krillin, even though he kinda did it to himself. I only have to fight Yamcha, and when I beat him, I unlock him as a character. This is also the last fight of the saga, so beating it gets me the trophy for completing all Cell Saga chapters. All that's left is tournament mode. I need to beat the World Tournament on Novice, Adept, and Advanced. I'll be using Vegeta the whole time since his kick combo sends the opponent flying for a possible easy win. Keep in mind, this can happen to me too. I make it to the finals and Cell almost gave me a heart attack. I thought he was gonna cheese me. Instead, I cheesed him, became the champion, and got the trophy for winning the tournament on Novice. To unlock the Adept difficulty, I need to buy it from the skill shop. I also try my luck in finding the vaccine skill. If I pair the vaccine skill with the viral heart disease skill, then only my opponent loses health. The only way to get the vaccine is if it pops up as the recommended skill in the shop. I could grind the Novice tournament for Zenny and buy some skills, but I'm not trying to do that. Instead, I decide to try the Adept tournament without it. I beat Piccolo, cheesed out both Vacuum and Android 19 in seconds, and the finals is against Raditz. This man is at the edge, pushes me away, and taunts. He gave me the win on a silver platter. I get the trophy for winning the tournament on Adept, and also unlock Hercule as a character. I unlock the advanced difficulty the same way I did Adept. After I buy it, the Legend of Hercule becomes available to buy as well. It's a fun little side mode where I play as Hercule. I don't need to play it for the platinum, but I do get a trophy for buying it. I get to the semifinals match and get cheesed out by Android 17. I try again and get to the semifinals again against another Android. This time, I didn't get cheesed. I just got beat. After this, I'm going into my skill list and customizing my skills. Even though I don't have the vaccine skill, I can still use a Sensu Bean, so if I lose by health, I can get it all back. I get back to the semifinals again, and man, why is it always these androids? I'm not going anywhere near the edge. Dude, these androids, man, they're haunting me. I finally become champion and get the trophy for winning the tournament on Advanced. For winning the tournament on Advanced, I also unlock my last character, Great Sandman, and get the trophy for unlocking Great Sandman, Trunks, Yamcha, and Hercule as playable characters. That's all the trophies for Budokai 1. Now we're halfway done with the Platinum, and moving on to Budokai 3. Its story mode is called Dragon Universe. There's 11 different characters to choose from, but of course, I'll start with Goku. In Dragon Universe, I fly around going to battles that my character would have fought in, like how Goku's first fight is against Raditz. After each fight, I get XP to level up my character and Z points to upgrade any of my stats. After Raditz, I immediately jump into the fight with Nappa. Since I'm in Goku's universe, I don't see any of the fights with the other Z fighters. I beat Nappa, then fly to the fight against Vegeta. I beat him, and after the fight, unlock him as a character. Now we're on Namek, fighting the Ginyu Force. I beat Vacuum and Ginyu as usual, and unlock them both as characters after each of their fights. Except there's no fight when Ginyu switches bodies and I have to fight as Ginyu. Instead, it skips that and puts me in a fight against Frieza. I beat him comfortably, and get the skill to turn Super Saiyan. I should probably talk about this mechanic now, since it'll show up a lot. If I'm in Hyper Mode, I basically get Super Armor, and if I knock the opponent away using a melee or super attack, then a minigame starts. It's a guessing game where the defender has to guess what button the attacker is going to press. Get it right, and your counterattack back to neutral. Get it wrong though, and the attack keeps going, giving you up to 2 more chances to guess it right. This can do a ton of damage. I lost 1.5 health bars because I guessed wrong each time. When I did it on Frieza, he guessed right on the last attack, saving him from massive damage. I somehow still won even though I was down almost 3 health bars at one point. After the fight, I unlock Frieza as a character. When the Cell Saga starts, I go find the Viral Heart Disease skill. This will come in handy the same way it did in Budokai 1, and head straight to the fight against Perfect Cell. This is the only Cell Saga fight in Goku's universe. And you know what? I'm happy about that, because this fight took me longer than the entire Saiyan and Frieza saga combined. Something I haven't mentioned yet is that if you're in Hyper Mode and have an ultimate equipped, then you can use it by exerting all your ki. He used it 7 times and it hit each time. This is another minigame that I'll admit I just suck at, so I take max damage each time. It doesn't help that whenever we do the guessing game, I guess wrong each time when he's attacking, but when I'm attacking, he guesses right the first time. When I finally won, it was because I got lucky and he guessed wrong for each of my inputs twice, so I got massive damage. After that, I'm putting on the Viral Heart Disease skill for every fight from now on. Even with it, Majin Vegeta humbled me a few times. Both losses from the same move too. I think I'll start leveling up my health a bit after these fights. Or maybe attack, because Majin Buu just beat me with the tiniest bit of health left. After I beat Majin Buu on my second try, I unlock him as a character. Now I skip until I fight Buhan as Vegito. After I beat him, I unlock Super Buu as a character. Now I have to fight Super Buu again while my health constantly depletes. Not from the heart virus though, but from something else in the battle. The time I won, I barely won. I got lucky on the last choice of the guessing minigame and survived on a pixel of health. Here is where I make probably the biggest mistake between both games. I should have saved the game right here, because now I get my ultimate attack, the Spirit Bomb, and get thrusted immediately into a fight with Kid Buu. In order to unlock Oob and other characters, I have to beat Kid Buu with his Spirit Bomb while winning the minigame. Here's the issue. I beat him with the Spirit Bomb, but I barely lost the minigame. So Goku's universe ends here. I get the trophy for completing his universe, but now I'm locked out of unlocking Oob and other characters because I didn't save before the Kid Buu fight. So now I have to play his universe from the beginning and this time save before the Kid Buu fight. Because it's his second playthrough, I can unlock a few characters at the beginning. As soon as I have control of Goku, I fly northeast to a sand pod. Interacting with it unlocks Bardock. After the fight with Raditz, I head east to Grandpa Gohan's house and interact with it to unlock Kid Goku. Now I speedrun to the Buu Saga and watch a cutscene where Super Buu absorbs Gohan. After this, there'll be 2 red dots I can go to. Instead of going to either one, I need to go to a spot slightly north of the left dot and talk to Tien. Now I go to the left dot and talk to Kibitokai. After that, I go through the usual fights against Super Buu twice, and instead of the next fight being Kid Buu, it'll be Broly. After I beat him, I unlock Broly as a character. Now the last fight of this universe is going to be against Gotenks while I'm Super Gogeta. Yeah, I messed up again. I forgot that if I do the Broly fight, then the fight against Kid Buu never happens, so I still haven't unlocked Oob, which means I'm going through Goku's universe for a third time. This time, I'm going to speedrun it until I get to right before the Kid Buu fight. I'm back here again, and this time, I remember to save in case I fail again. Good thing I did, because I just barely lost again. That's it. That's guaranteed that Goku's universe will continue past this. Forgot to mention before that I also unlocked Kid Buu after this fight. Yes, I'm still going. Before I head to the World Tournament, I'm going to fly to this little island southeast to find the Super Saiyan 4 skill. I'll be needing this later. Now I head to the tournament to fight Oob. When I beat him, I unlock him as a character. Now I have to play through Goku's universe one more time. If I didn't mess up, I'd only have to do it twice, but here I am on my 4th playthrough of it. I do everything I did before to get the Super Gogeta fight, like fighting Broly, except after fighting Broly, I go to West City and talk to Bulma. Now I do the tournament fight, and after there'll be one more fight in Central City against Omega Shenron. This is easy because I'm Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, and my Big Bang Kamehameha does 2.5 health bars. I use it twice, and he's basically dead. When I beat him, I unlock him as a character, and I'm finally done with Goku's universe. For now. I will have to come back here at one point for another character. But now I can finally move on to Kid Gohan's universe, and it's nowhere near as long or complicated as Goku's. There's nothing special to do besides doing all the battles. I have to fight Piccolo, Cyberman, and Nappa on Earth, then jump to Namek to fight Recoome and Frieza. After I beat Frieza, Kid Gohan's universe is over. I unlock Teen Gohan as a character and get the trophy for completing Kid Gohan's universe. I just unlocked him, so let's do Teen Gohan's universe next. I fight Piccolo again, then Krillin, Goku in the time chamber, and of course, it ends on Cell. I beat him once, then have to beat him again in Super Saiyan 2. After I beat Cell a second time, Teen Gohan's universe is over. I unlock Adult Gohan as a character and get a trophy for completing Teen Gohan's universe. Might as well complete the Gohan trilogy. As soon as I start Gohan's universe, I head to this island in the southeast to unlock Videl as a character. Then I go to the red dot to fight Goten. After I beat him, I unlock Goten as a character. Now I fight Videl, then after her, Dabura, who I unlock after I beat him. I fight Majin Buu, who's not too bad of a fight, but then I get to Super Buu. He starts with 2.5 health bars more than me. I lost 9 times against him. When I won, I was seconds away from losing, since my hyper mode was about to run out. This was the last fight of Gohan's universe. I unlock Great Sandman as a character, and get a trophy for unlocking Kid Goku, Teen and Adult Gohan, Great Sandman, and Goten as playable characters. I also get another trophy for completing Adult Gohan's universe. I do actually have to go into Gohan's universe one more time. Instead of fighting Videl, I go to Kami's Lookout to fight Piccolo. After, I head to the mountains and find Vegeta. Then I go to the red dot and fight both Dabura and Majin Vegeta. Finally, I find Supreme Kai in the plains and unlock him as a character. This gets me the trophy for unlocking all 3 Boos, Dabura, and Supreme Kai as playable characters. Next in line for universes is Vegeta. His is another long one like Goku's, except I only need to play through it once. I beat Goku and Kid Gohan without issue and head to Namek. Against Recoome, we both cheated death. He had no health showing, then he hit me, and I had no health showing. We were both as one hit as it gets. I fight Frieza twice, once in his first form and once in his final form, beat him both times, and I'm done on Namek. At the start of the Cell Saga, I head to Goku's house and pick up the vaccine skill. A lot easier to get it here than in Budokai 1. Now there's nothing else to do in Vegeta's universe besides all the fights. I fight both Android 17 and 18, and Cell twice, once in his second form and again in his perfect form. After this, I'm in the Buu Saga. I become Majin Vegeta and fight Goku and Majin Buu. After I beat Majin Buu, I unlock Kid Trunks as a character. From here, all the fights are the same as Goku's universe. I fuse into Vegito to fight Buuhan, fight Super Buu inside him, and fight Kid Buu. After I beat Kid Buu, Vegeta's universe is over. I unlock Future Trunks as a character and get the trophy for unlocking Vegeta, Future Trunks, and Kid Trunks as playable characters. I also get the trophy for completing Vegeta's universe. Since I've beaten Vegeta's universe, I'll now go back into Goku's universe one last time. After I beat Frieza for the first time, a new red dot will appear below me. Without beating Vegeta's universe, this dot wouldn't be here. That's because I'm fighting Super Saiyan Vegeta. After beating him, this next dot will be a fight against Cooler. I beat him, unlock Cooler as a character, and get a trophy for unlocking Cooler, Bardock, Broly, and Omega Shenron as playable characters. Now I'll do Krillin's universe. It's more or less the same fights I did with Kid Gohan since they were together the whole time. I fight a Cyberman and Nappa, then move to Namek to fight Recoome, and surprisingly Ginyu in Goku's body. This is the only universe where a fight against this Ginyu happens. I have 2 more fights against Frieza in his second form and final form, and that's the end of Krillin's universe. I unlock Android 18 as a character and get a trophy for completing Krillin's universe. I do have to do a second playthrough of Krillin's universe for another character. I speedrun until I get to the fights with Frieza, and after the first fight, I go to the second dot and find Ginyu as a frog. When I beat Frieza a second time, barely might I add, instead of ending, Krillin's universe now extends to the Cell Saga. I fly south near the World Tournament and find Android 16 and need a fixing. I take him to West City so Bulma can fix him, and by doing this, I unlock Android 16 as a character. Now I'm done with Krillin's universe and can move on to Piccolo. Piccolo is the only other universe besides Goku that we actually start against Raditz. I fight through Kid Gohan, Cybermen, and Nappa on Earth, then 2 fights against Frieza on Namek. In the Cell Saga, I fight Android 20, Cell, and Android 17. After the fight with Android 17, I unlock him as a character. In the Buu Saga, there's only 1 fight against Super Buu. After I beat him, I get the trophy for completing Piccolo's universe. I have to do Piccolo's universe again, but this is the last universe I'll have to play twice. I speedrun until I get to before the fight with Buu, and I fly southwest for a cutscene with Hercule. Then I fly to Central City for a cutscene with Videl and unlock Hercule as a character. This gets me the trophy for unlocking Hercule, Videl, and Oob as playable characters. Tien's universe skips Namek completely. It starts with a fight against the Cybermen and Nappa, then skips all the way to Cell's second form. I beat him, fight a Cell Jr., and the last fight is against Buu Tanks. After this fight, I get the trophy for completing Tien's universe. Yamcha's universe is the shortest at only 3 fights. He of course fights a Cyberman, then I fight Android 20 and unlock him as a character after the fight. The last fight is against Tien at the World Tournament. After this, I get the trophy for completing Yamcha's universe. Oob's universe is tied with Yamcha's at only 3 fights. The first is against Goku at the World Tournament, then I fight Majin Buu, and then Goku again. After this, I get the trophy for completing Oob's universe, and the trophy for unlocking the Dragon Arena. The Dragon Arena unlocks by finishing Dragon Universe with every character except Broly. I'll get to what that is in a sec. I still need to do Broly's universe. All of Broly's fights are just him going around looking for Goku and fighting anyone that gets in his way. It's also coincidentally everyone he fought in the Broly Second Coming movie. Videl, Kid Trunks, Goten, and Adult Gohan. After I beat Gohan twice, I get the trophy for completing Broly's universe. That's everyone's Dragon universe done. Now I can move on to the Dragon Arena. This is meant as a way to grind XP to level up characters, but I'll be using it to unlock the last 2 characters I need. The first one I'll go after is Cybermen. I need to use a character who's at least level 10 and fight someone who's between levels 31 and 35. I'll pick Goku since he's level 35 and fight against Videl who's level 32. How I unlock Cybermen is there's a chance Nappa can interrupt the fight before it starts. I just have to restart this fight over and over until it happens. I did this for 30 minutes to no avail. I did some more research and found out I can't use a character who's above level 20, so I switched to Adult Gohan who's level 15 and tried again. Only 2 restarts later, Nappa interrupted. After I beat him, I unlock Cybermen as a character and get the trophy for unlocking Ginyu, Recoome, Frieza, and Cybermen as playable characters. The other character to unlock here is Cell Jr., and for him, I need a character at least level 36 and fight someone between levels 66 and 70. Good thing my Goku was level 35 from all those repeats of his universe. I just have to level him up one more time. I pick a level 66 Majin Buu as my opponent, and Piccolo interrupts first try. Problem is, he's insanely hard. He vanishes every move I go for. I try to find him again, and he shows up after 8 more restarts. He vanishes every one of my times 10 Kamehamehas. And as always, I'm unlucky as ever in this minigame. Time to find him again, and this time I'm done playing fair. He took another 22 restarts to show up. I backed up constantly, waiting for his health to lower. I beat him, unlock Cell Jr., and get the trophy for unlocking Android 16, 17, 18, 20, Cell, and Cell Jr. as playable characters. The last mode left is the World Tournament. I need to win on every difficulty, starting with Novice. The first strategy I'll try is using Omega Shenron's Whirlwind move. It costs little ki and sends the opponent flying. It might be because it's the Novice Tournament, but so far this strategy is working flawlessly. I won all matches within 5 minutes of starting and got the trophy for winning the World Tournament on Novice. Like in Budokai 1, I have to buy the Adept difficulty from the skill shop. Let's try the same strategy with Whirlwind. I'm in the finals and about to cheese out Android 20 when he vanishes and cheeses me instead. Let's try again. I'm in the second match against the Cybermen, about to win, and he also vanishes and beats me. This is getting annoying. I think it's time to do the vaccine cheese. I make it to the finals this time, with one of the matches against Videl lasting actually 5 seconds. These vanishes might actually be more cheesy than the vaccine. Gohan in the finals is a bit of a struggle because this kid will not stop blocking. When I get through his defense and beat him, I get the trophy for winning the World Tournament on Adept. Now it's time for the Advanced difficulty, and this is a doozy. I make it to the finals first try and foolishly think this will be easy. I got humbled so fast. What is this? Mortal Kombat? I'm getting corner comboed. He's even taunting me. The second match, I'm a hit away from winning before Vegeta vanishes and cheeses me out. That same thing happens again against Cell in the next match. I think I'm done with Goku. I'm going to try out Broly instead. You wouldn't believe it, but I actually did it first try with Broly. After 40 minutes of failing, I finally get the trophy for winning the World Tournament on Advanced. The last trophy is for winning the Cell games. To unlock it, I have to go back to the Dragon Arena and find Cell by picking a character who's at least level 21 and challenging an opponent between levels 51 and 55. I first had to beat the World Tournament on all 3 difficulties before he'd show up, which is why I did that first. He took a few minutes to find, and he's only in his first form, so he isn't too much trouble. I beat him and can now play the Cell games. I'm of course going to use Broly, seeing how much of a powerhouse he is. I make it to the finals, but forget to use the vaccine. Yeah, the vaccine in this game is an item that I have to manually use by taunting, and I forgot to use it. Of course it would happen in the finals too. I make it to the finals again, and it's a close fight. To end this game off with a bang, I banked the whole fight on landing my ultimate. I land it and secure my spot as the champion of the Cell games, getting the trophy for winning the Cell games, and immediately after, the Platinum. According to the guides I used, this game should take around 10 to 20 hours to Platinum. Adding up all my footage, it took me 14 hours and 30 minutes to get the Platinum. The biggest difference in this collection, minus the obvious upscaling to look nicer, is the majority of the music got changed because it was discovered the original composer plagiarized most of his work. While the game does look good in HD, I still think I'd rather play the originals for the music alone. It's such a big part of their identity at this point. And don't think I forgot about Budokai 2. It's a sin against humanity that it wasn't included in this collection.